Hi, this is Lindsay, and welcome back to my channel. I have another fun project for you today. I made another digital kit, and I called this one Country Piece, and it is inspired by farm life, the country, vintage, and quotes from the Psalms and famous authors about peace, the country, tranquility, stuff like that. So I have a printout of the digital kit to show you, and you can click the Etsy link in the description box below if you are interested in that. I also used the kit to make a junk journal, and this journal I'll go through quickly at the end of the video. It is also listed in my shop below, and you can click on that link. And if you buy this journal, you will get a digital kit for free. So if you want that, when you buy this journal, in the notes section, leave me your email address so I can send you this kit for free. So this one is slightly bigger than my other one. It has 10 journaling pages. Obviously, you're going to fold these. I just printed these on copy paper, but you can print them on a higher quality if you would like. In the journal, they're printed on a presentation paper, a little bit nicer quality than this. So this is... My inspiration was mostly from some vintage scans from some books that I discovered online from the 1800s that had to do with farm life. However, there are backgrounds that I got from the public domain that are vintage looking, or they're vintage, as well as images from the Graphics Fairy and the Old Design Shop. So we start here with this beautiful damask background with some lined, like school lined paper, and these are scans of pressed flowers, and I didn't press them, but they are beautiful. And here's some adorable little birds, and I wrote ideas, and so you have this space to write there. And then we have these two, and we have this diamond pattern, this beautiful wood rose background, have a heart that never hardens, and a temper that never tires, and a touch that never hurts, Charles Dickens. And so we have this vintage little lady feeding her birds, her turkeys and her chickens and her chicks. And then over here we have some gorgeous roosters and a nice background to journal, and then Psalm 46:10, be still. And then we have 2 pages here. We have, I'll try to fold it so it's not as distracting. We have this one, One Day in the Country is Worth a Month in Town, Christina Rossetti. And we have a mama and a little girl visiting their pet sheep and their pet lambs with some beautiful berries and floral background and stuff like that. And then on this side, we have some vintage cows, some lines, and this little label that says thoughts. Then here we have 2 more pages. We have this vintage milk tin in the background with some lined, it looks like an embroidery, and a little cow with some birds. And this is a vintage school book, and one of the words they're learning is pig. So we have some vintage pigs here, and some beautiful flowers here, and a little boy. And then we have a vintage scan of a handkerchief here with some ducks, some lines, and this beautiful countryscape. And it says, the poetry of the earth is never dead, Keats. And then to go with those pages, I made a background page that you can print on the other side, or you can print out and stitch or glue to the other side. And it's a combination of kind of a vintagey paper and that damask design, and they are kind of melded together and make, it's almost a coffee dyed effect. It's really pretty. Then you get 6 journaling cards. So you have a sheep here with those same berries, seek peace and pursue it, Psalm 34:14. And then this kind of a canvas-looking label and background that says Country Piece. That's the name of the kit. And here's some diamonds, the diamond background with those pressed flowers. We have that beautiful rooster here. Rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours flit by. Gratefully, cheerily, enjoy them while they fly, Charlotte Bronte. And here's this cute little boy and dog, Big Patch brand selected vegetables on this orange background. And then we have some lined paper, speckled lined paper here, and this little vintage bull and goat. So those are your journaling cards. And then we have 2 ephemera sheets this time. So the way I made the tags, they're kind of journaling cards slash tags. As you'll see in here, I punched a hole and turned these ones into tags, but they could be journaling cards, they could be tuck spots, they could be whatever you want them to be. So we have a little girl here with her egg basket, this little girl feeding the chickens, these little boys looking at their pigs, and some little girls or ladies or sisters or something picking apples. And then we have these cowbell shaped tags or tuck spots or pockets or whatever you want to turn them into, journaling cards. We have a mama and a little girl giving a bottle to these lambs. We have this little girl looking on her farmyard animals and some ducks on the pond. And then I made 4 stamps on the bottom. These, I found this book online from the 1800s. It is amazing images. So I chose some sheep, horses, little sheepdogs, and some swans for you. One more sheet here. We have this little shipper of fresh eggs. It's like a receipt thing, ephemera, and then I added a light background, vintage background here. And then the farmyard, I think this was actually like a cover or some part of a cover of an old book, but this is a great tuck spot. And then here's a label that says plans. This is a vintage cover of a book, The Farm and Its Scenes. And then I made this as a belly band if you want to use it as a belly band. I found this. I think it was either Old Design Shop or Graphics Fairy. I forget which one. And then on this one, we have a cover page from a book in the background, and then this label that says ideas. And then the damask pattern in the background with this label that says notes. So that's everything that you get in the kit. And then here is this journal that someone can claim. And I found this scrapbook paper that had very similar green diamonds to what was in the kit. I made this, these are 2 ribbons that I stitched together to make this tie that is removable. And the colors go perfectly. You have the gingham and the gray, and then the zigzag stitch, so that comes off. And then this is from a vintage book that I stitched around. And then here we have a little bit of checkered fabric and this journaling card that says Country Piece with a button. So that's the cover. On the inside, you have a little paper bag to stick things in, and then a tuck spot with the little horse stamp. So we have the cow page here is the first one. And as you can see, I printed that backing paper on everything, including the ephemera. This is just a simple junk journal. I did some stamping. I turned this journaling card into a tuck spot. I added some vintage dictionary pages. This has the entry for Huckleberry and Housewife. So I thought that was really cute, and I added that. Then you get your little roosters in the backing. Some more stamping on this coffee dyed paper, and then I added some a little green paper for notes, and then the journaling card here. And I'm just showing you I printed this on the back of all the ephemera as well, so that was really nice. And then here's a vintage book. Mary Had a Little Lamb book page, some dyed lined paper, and I clipped too many pages together here. There's the little bird page, and as you can see, I turned this into a tag. And then here's a vintage book page that I added some trim. Here's your little country scene. And then I turned this cowbell into a tag, and there's a little journaling card. Here is the strip as a belly band, and then there's one of the journaling cards, and this is from Junk That Treasures, weekly time record. And I added that in there for you to journal on. And then one of the little stamps is a collage down here. This is a vintage 1950s children's music book. This has Shoe Fly and Put Your Little Foot. Here's this school book page. And then here's the little girl tag there. And then plans. I turned this book cover into a tuck spot to add that there. And then some more stamping. And then, as you can see, I made a little tag out of this pig one here. And then a little collage with the doggy stamp down there. And here's one of those little, I'm calling them cowbell. I don't know what shape that is, but it works well. I stitched around it, and I turned it into a tuck spot so I could slip one of the journaling cards into it. And here's the little swan stamp as a collage. And here's the little farmyard cover as a tuck spot, and I made this little index card, journaling card to slip in there. And I turned this one into a tuck spot as well for a piece of yellow paper. Another tag there. and then this here is at the end, and there's the back, and I'm going to put my stamp on there before I mail it out. So I hope you enjoyed. I know this video was a few minutes longer than I wanted it to be, but I hope you enjoy, and you will be able to use the kit, and somebody will love the journal. Remember to put your email address in the notes section if you buy the journal so I can send you a free kit. So have a wonderful day.